Hey, curious kids, what happens if we keep wasting time on pointless things or watching endless videos leading to strange YouTube recommendations? Why not spend a few minutes on Mr. CurioCity to learn 30 totally epic facts that you'll forget in about 10 minutes, but these aren't just any facts. They're going to leave you completely amazed. For this and much more, here are 30 things you didn't know 5 minutes ago. 1. You've probably seen the great movie Toy Story, which features characters like Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. But what you may not know is that in 1960, it was the first toy to have a commercial on American television, which, by the way, I found pretty terrifying. Snails are known for being the slowest animals in the world, but they're also full of other interesting facts. One fact is that their tiny mouths can hold over 15,000 teeth, enough to shock even an owl. 3. In incredible stories, Jacob, a Civil War soldier, survived a head gunshot in 1863, achieving the impossible. Curiously, he was shot in the forehead and fell unconscious from the impact. He woke up after a few hours and lived another 31 years with the bullet in his head without issues. 4. Did you know that the first person who visited the Disney parks today has unlimited access to enter any of the theme parks? Dave McPherson was the first person to buy a ticket and enter Magic Kingdom. And without realizing it, he was getting the incredible benefit of being able to enter the theme parks for his entire life without spending $1. Have I seen? After multiple moon landings, humans left items like flags, space junk, and footprints on the moon. But I'm sure you didn't know that. In 1971, the Apollo 15 mission placed an 8-centimeter tall aluminum sculpture called the Fallen Astronaut. It was a tribute to everyone who died trying to reach the moon. Let's see if you knew that, Johnny Sexy, in the cities and forest. Poland has the world's tallest Christ statue at 36 meters taller than Rio de Janeiro's Christ the Redeemer. This great statue became famous not for its height, but for a few years. Antennas were installed on its roof to provide internet to the town, sparking many discussions. The Olympic Games occur every 4 years, and many sports remain unchanged from a century ago. Some sports, like tug of war, were only in the Olympic Games from 1900 to 1920 before disappearing. Yes, at one point this was an Olympic sport. 8. If you watch television, occasionally you'll see infomercials selling unusual products like grills. George Foreman. Okay, so what's so curious about it? Mr. CurioCity. Well, it's just that George Foreman was a boxer who ended up making more money selling the famous grills than he did in the ring, right? Even though we all live on planet Earth, we have some neighbors in the solar system that are full of curiosities. And I'm sure you didn't know that the planet Venus rotates so slowly that you could watch the sunset. More than current events, and even though there are more sports current events, higher current events. Humans and chimpanzees share 99% of their DNA. Despite physical differences, we have many other similarities. It is known that these primates are so intelligent and advanced that they can learn and use sign language. 11. There's nothing better than ice cream. This great invention manages to refresh us and give us great satisfaction when we eat it. But did you know it can also kill you? Yes. In Scotland, they serve an ice cream known as the Devil's Breath, which is the most dangerous ice cream in the world. Imagine, it's so spicy you must be of legal age and sign a contract in case you die. That's scary. So, did you know that there is a very rare material known as nitinol, which is an alloy of nickel and titanium that has shape memory? Which translated means that once it comes into contact with a heat source, it is able to return to its original shape. In this case, the heat source is hot water. And even though it seems unbelievable, it is able to repeat this process in an amazing way. Among Earth's millions of species, reptiles are especially curious due to their prehistoric appearance. And also, they have some crazy curiosities. Like the fact that they have 3 eyes. Yes, did you hear me? On their face, they have the 2 eyes they use to see. They have a pineal eye on top of their head that helps them detect light and orient themselves more easily. 14. We all know that salmon are known for swimming against the current, but I think most of us thought it was underwater. Well, apparently not always. Occasionally in Washington, the Skokomi River overflows and salmon cross the street instead of swimming underneath. That looks dangerous, Mr. Salmon. When we watch a movie or series where they're going to rob a bank, we expect the main characters to steal money and diamonds. But what would your face look like if I told you there's a bank that only keeps cheese in its vaults? Yeah, this isn't a joke. The Italian bank Credito Emiliano has been accepting cheese as collateral for over 50 years. They store Parmesan cheese wheels and now have a vault with over 300,000 wheels worth more than 160 million euros. Pufferfish are among the most dangerous animals and are highly prized in Asian cuisine. Today, we're not focusing on its taste, but on the amazing mating ritual this friendly fish uses to attract a female. It spends days making unique ocean floor designs using just its fins. 17. If we talk about camouflage in nature, the image of a chameleon immediately comes to mind. But seeing a Kallima inachus butterfly amazed us. This incredible butterfly, which is found in Asia, when it closes its wings, turns into a simple dry leaf that will go unnoticed by any predator. Great costume, Mariposa 18. We continue with amazing stories and meet Wintry or Kellogg, a psychologist who in 1931 adopted a baby chimpanzee to raise alongside his son. In a kind of experiment, what had been intended as a possible humanization of the chimpanzee ended up being a complete failure. After 9 months, the ape stayed the same, but his son now acted like a complete animal. 19 in London. After seeing so much of the most expensive gum stuck on the city streets, they decided to create Gumdrop, a company that recycles chewed gum and turns it into other everyday objects like shoe soles. Although most plants don't move like other living things, some interesting ones change shape and appearance based on environmental conditions. This rare flower grows in only 3 places on Earth. It has the amazing trait that when it touches water, its flowers lose their white color and turn completely transparent. 21. I'm sure that at some point in your life you've seen a video of a fox hunting in the snow. But behind this curious behavior, we find that red foxes are able to detect their prey using only their powerful ears. These animals listen to their surroundings as they move through underground tunnels beneath meters of snow. 22. Although planet Earth is unique, it shares some characteristics with other planets in the solar system. And on Mars, we can find volcanoes just like on Earth, only here they're a bit more exaggerated. For example, it has Olympus Mons, the solar system's tallest volcano at over 22 kilometers high. That's absolutely insane. 23. Thomas Edison was one of the most recognized inventors in history, and some important people like Henry Ford had a lot of admiration for this man. When Edison was about to die, he asked his son to capture his father's last breath. This strange memento is now in the Henry Ford Museum in Michigan, United States. 24. In this life, we have endless possibilities to do whatever we want. And if not, just look at Warren Fremd, a German zookeeper who got tired of his boring job and wanted to become the leader of several wolf packs. Huh? Yes, as crazy as it sounds. After building a sanctuary for these animals, he decided to live with them for his entire life, which earned him the title of the Wolfman. 25. People usually make monuments or statues of historical figures, but every now and then, sculptures of animals are made. Here's what happened in Turkey. In 2016, Istanbul citizens chose to build a monument to Don Billy, a cat who was well known for his friendliness and for his unusual way of sitting. 26. One of the most consumed drinks by people all over the world is coffee. As we know, there are many types and brands. And among all of these is Death Wish coffee, which is known as the strongest coffee in the world. This coffee has twice the caffeine of the average, and with such a scary name, it can keep you awake for a few days. 27. Nowadays, there are lawyers, and problems between people are usually resolved in a civilized way. In Germany during the Middle Ages, couples resolved conflicts with physical fights, and not in the usual way. Due to his physical advantage, the man had to stand in a hole and tie one hand. So in this way, they fought until one of them won and was proven right. How aggressive, German gentlemen. 28. Nature is incredible and always surprises us with new things. Here, we see the unusual beaks of Galapagos finch chicks. These small birds have striking markings around their beaks that reflect even faint light, helping their parents feed them in the dark. 29. Insects often surprise us with their odd looks, like the Cerura vanilla moth. Okay, but if you don't find this that interesting, you should see what Investorios. Before I leave, I'll greet some subscribers. First of all, I want to send a big greeting to Coloro Miñaca Garcia, then another shout out to Juanjo X D. Next, I send a big greeting to Christian Pineda, another shout out to Grex, and another big greeting to Linda Garza, sending big greetings to Omar Joaquin Berrigan. Finally, I'm sending greetings to Jose Villanueva and Matias Correa, and I'll give the last greeting myself. The legend Armando Mora. Leave a like, comment, anything, and share the channel and video with your friends. This is Mr. CurioCity. Remember to subscribe and click the bell to catch all new videos. I'm Krusty.